All right, we're on, Rambo. We're on, buddy. All right, today we're going to tackle one of the biggest arguments in all of the dog world. Positive all-reward training versus force compulsion training. Which technique is best? The force obviously being the oldest. So I look at it like this. And remember, all this is coming from, this is just the way I do it. I mean, the way it's worked for me. I'm not saying one way or the other. All I'm going to do, like I try to do every time, is lay out the facts of each system as I see it, and you make your own decision. You can, in fact, write comments and tell me which way you decide after you hear what I say. So, the all-force training, first let me tell you what I got against picking one way of training. If you're in a big city, which I visit from time to time only if I have to, and you know how most large cities, the downtown area grew and the streets couldn't keep everyone flowing, traffic flowing, so they go to a system of one-way streets, right? So if you want to get from point A to point B, it's a half a mile in a straight line. And if you had a two-way street, you could just go, but there's so many people downtown and there's so little room that they could not route that many people on that one little street. So what did they do? They made a bunch of one-way streets, right? This one's all the traffic going this way. This one's all the traffic going this way. This one's all the traffic going this way, and this way, and this way, and this way, and this way. And you're finally at your destination, right? So I think dog training is exactly the same way. Most things, probably. When you're just going one way, you're losing a whole lot of good stuff you can get from the other ways. Two-way streets are much better. They'll always be much more efficient. Here's the best example I can give you. If you're all force training, then let's say you're teaching a dog to heel. And everyone who does training today does on-leash training, heel, to teach, to start, and then you come back for your advanced off-leash training. And usually what that means is when they were doing the on-leash training, they were going yank, yank, or buzz, buzz. And so the minute the owner takes his dog off the leash, the dog looks at him, flips him a dew claw, and heads for the hills. I ain't doing that no more. That hurt, right? So now you have to come back and figure out a way to get them to want to do it. So that sounds like the all positive is the way to go. So let's go all reward based training. You've gone, here's a treat, here's a treat, here's a treat, sit please, here's a treat, sit please. And all of a sudden, you're going out in the world because your dog is trained off leash, and you walk around and you don't have your treat bag, and some little poodle goes, and your dog goes, and you can't correct him because you're all positive. My goodness, you can't hurt that doggy. You just let him go. So you see where I'm going with this? One way is not the only way, and it's not the best way. You need a combination. If you're going to train, yes, there's going to be times you need to correct your dog. But typically, it's been proven time and time again by today's current world champions and everything. You learn better, you do better if you're enjoying what you're doing. An action successfully completed is more likely to be repeated. So you teach, or my system anyway, I'm not saying you have to do it like this, I teach all positive. Then, if I've taught my dog to heel, and we teach all our dogs heeling off leash, from the very beginning, 10-week-old puppies, heeling, off leash, no connection. They learn to do and learn their position because they want to learn the position. They're not avoiding a correction. Big difference. So, once we've taught them that position, they may still forage. Well, guess what? If I'm positive, all positive, I gotta let them run away. But nope, I'm gonna take my leash and I'm going to responsibly give them a correction. I need the discipline as well as I need the reward. You need both of those to train a really good, proper, efficient dog. So Put it all together, see what you think, leave me some comments, and remember, if you ain't having fun, you ain't training dogs no-how. See ya. Let's get some bulldog video going here. Come here, Smudge. Come here, Smudge. Yes, we're trying to do a trivia question. Oh! So, I got the absolute authority here with this trivia question. Folks, everybody, we've been separated for 4 minutes, so she's a little bulldog excitement going here. We'll do some bulldog trivia questions in the future. Go mind your own business, Smudge. I'm just going to bring this up. We've done some history, we've done some biology, we've done some training questions. Let's go a little bit deeper. Let's get into serious dog stuff. There are 5 accepted classes of dogs. Those of you who watch, if you watch any of the AKC shows, Westminster or any of that stuff, they're divided up. The working group, the hound group. All dogs are named either for the area for which they came from or the job for which they did. That's where we got the names of our breeds. A few exceptions, there's breeds named for the person that created them. And I think there's only one recognized breed created, and that's by Louis Doberman. So, it's an exception to that. Remember, dog breeds are named from the area in which they lived, or the second one named after a person, before somebody gets this, Jack Russell Terrier, which is not still recognized as a breed, but a type. The Jack Russells and Dobermans are the ones that are named for their creators, so to speak. All the rest of them are pretty much named for their job or the geographic area which they were first used, mostly used. We have 5 main groups. According to the Encyclopedia of Dog Breeds, it's probably one of the greatest by Hart. Benjamin Hart, one of the greatest books, most comprehensive dog book you'll ever see. So these 5 groups are sporting dogs, Labrador, Retriever, Spaniels, these sort of dogs. The hounds, there's broken into sight hounds and scent hounds. Then working dogs, that's an overall class for, yes, all you military protection dog enthusiasts know what a working dog is. These are going to be your herding dogs, shepherds, these sort of things, Malinois. Then after working dogs, you have terriers, and then your toys. Toys, of course, are the little bitty ones. So you know what a working dog is. That's one that's going to probably have some sort of military or police connotation. We all know what sporting dogs are. They've got some sort of hunting capacity. Our hounds, we have dogs that track. These are scent hounds. We have sight hounds that lure course and go after rabbits. We know what toys are. They're little. So what about the terriers? That doesn't say what their job is, does it? It doesn't say where they came from, does it? But that's a whole class of dogs. What does the terrier class mean? What does the word terrier mean for dogs? There's your question of the week. Start Googling, looking, and checking. And remember, we'll put out hints at the end of the week if no one's getting close. And we'll put up the answer next Monday.